You would think the drama ended.
It's a good bounce-back win for us today. I thought we started the game with the right tone on the defensive end, and so that was a
more chaotic summer for Team
that
USA.
Coach Cheryl Reeve has now been forced to confront a reality that many powerful people hoped would never surface. From television executives to major shoe companies, everyone feared this exact outcome. Caitlin Clark isn't simply taking a break from basketball. She isn't quietly sitting on the sidelines waiting for her turn. According to growing reports, she has actively chosen to remove herself from a system she no longer believes is acting in good faith. While mainstream media remain distracted, arguing endlessly about experience, defensive assignments, and whether rookies should pay their dues, a far more urgent and uncomfortable situation was allegedly unfolding behind closed doors. Sources close to the situation suggest that leadership within USA Basketball entered full panic mode as the public backlash spiraled beyond their control. The narrative was slipping away. The damage was growing by the day. And in a moment of desperation, they attempted a last-ditch move to pull Caitlin Clark back into the fold. What they offered her stunned even longtime insiders. According to circulating reports, Caitlin was presented with something no rookie had ever been offered before. Something they believed she could not possibly refuse. She was reportedly offered jersey number 12. To the casual fan, that number might look insignificant. Just another digit stitched onto fabric. But in the world of women's basketball, number 12 is sacred ground. It is Diana Taurasi's number. It represents dominance, longevity, and the authority of the old guard. For 2 decades, that number symbolized leadership at the highest level of Team USA Basketball. Offering that jersey to a rookie, while the legend still stands, was not a simple gesture of respect. It was the equivalent of offering someone the crown while the queen remained seated on the throne. But instead of accepting what many would consider the highest possible honor, Caitlin Clark reportedly saw the offer for what it truly was. Not respect, not reconciliation, but a poisoned gift. And she walked away. That single refusal has quietly shifted the power structure of the entire sport. The rookie everyone expected to submit has revealed herself to be the one holding leverage, the one dictating terms, the one refusing to play a role written by others. To understand why this moment is so shocking, we have to understand the level of desperation that likely produced the offer in the first place. This was supposed to be the ultimate olive branch. After weeks of fan outrage, viral criticism, angry comment sections, and declining interest in the Olympic build-up, executives at NBC and USA Basketball were staring at troubling data. The numbers didn't lie. Without Caitlin Clark, the Olympic journey simply did not resonate with the broader public. Ratings projections softened. Engagement dipped. Momentum stalled. What was meant to be a celebration began to feel like a non-event. They needed a fix, and they needed it immediately. So they devised a bold, risky, and deeply flawed solution. Give the rookie the most legendary jersey number in the program's history. They believed that symbolic respect would erase the snub narrative, that the optics alone would calm the storm, that Caitlin would feel honored, grateful, and eager to step into a transitional role while wearing the badge of a legend. They expected compliance. They expected appreciation. They expected her to fall in line. What they did not expect was refusal. Reports suggest Caitlin didn't deliberate. She didn't negotiate. She didn't stall. She shut it down outright. And that refusal wasn't just about a number. It was a declaration of independence. Why would she accept a jersey that would instantly pit her against veterans she has repeatedly shown respect toward? Why would she wear the number of a player who had publicly questioned her readiness for the league? Why would she step into a situation engineered to create tension, resentment, and division? By rejecting jersey number 12, and the implied roster opportunity attached to it, Caitlin Clark made one thing unmistakably clear. She was not interested in being used as a marketing tool to stabilize ticket sales and TV ratings. This was not a rookie bowing to tradition. This was the most valuable asset in women's basketball, telling the system that its gifts were insults disguised as honor. Many analysts and former players have since labeled the jersey offer what it likely was: a trap. Locker rooms operate on hierarchy, on seniority, on earned respect. Had Caitlin arrived at Olympic camp wearing Diana Taurasi's number, while Taurasi remained the emotional leader of the team, the atmosphere would have been explosive. Veterans already frustrated by the media attention surrounding Caitlin would have interpreted it as arrogance, even if it wasn't her decision. It would have appeared as though the rookie was symbolically pushing a legend aside. Caitlin Clark saw that outcome clearly. She understood that accepting the jersey would immediately isolate her. It would place a target on her back before she ever touched the floor. Instead, she chose rest, recovery, and record-breaking performances in Indiana over entering a locker room environment that seemed engineered to fail her. And this wasn't the first time she declined to play along. Confirmed reports have already revealed that Caitlin also turned down an invitation to the 3x3 Olympic team. That context matters. The committee allegedly attempted to route her to Paris through a side door, assuming she would accept any opportunity just to wear Olympian beside her name. But 3x3 basketball is not the main stage. It's fast. It's physical. But it is not where legacies are made. Her refusal sent a clear message. She understands her value. She will not accept a symbolic role or a secondary platform simply to elevate someone else's narrative. If the main stage doesn't want her, she's willing to build her own. This places coach Cheryl Reeve in an impossible position. Reeve has publicly stated that she absorbed criticism on behalf of the selection committee, framing the roster decision as purely basketball-related, focused on defense, experience, and chemistry. But as rumors of rejected offers and behind-the-scenes negotiations continue to surface, that explanation is unraveling. It now appears that leadership fundamentally misjudged the Caitlin Clark effect. They believed the Olympic dream held absolute power. That any player, especially a rookie, would do anything to be included. Instead, they discovered the opposite. The financial implications explain the panic. NBC and Olympic sponsors were counting on the Caitlin Clark audience boost. They saw what she did for NCAA viewership. They saw the WNBA draft numbers. They assumed those eyes would follow her to Paris. Without her, interest has noticeably cooled. This is an unprecedented moment, a single athlete possessing more leverage than an entire national program. They tried to buy her back with symbolism, with fabric, with optics. They failed to realize that respect cannot be negotiated, and clout cannot be transferred through a jersey. The significance of number 12 cannot be overstated. In sports, numbers become identities. Jordan is 23. Gretzky is 99. For Team USA Women's Basketball, Torresy is 12. Offering that number to Caitlin suggested internal panic bordering on hysteria. It was an attempt to force a passing of the torch moment that neither player requested. By refusing, Caitlin arguably showed more respect for Torresy's legacy than the committee itself. She declined to participate in a spectacle that would have diminished the veteran while simultaneously setting the rookie up for backlash. That decision reflected maturity far beyond her years. There is also the physical reality. Caitlin Clark has endured non-stop basketball for over a year. A grueling college run. A championship push. Immediate transition into a physical WNBA season where she is pressured, targeted, and defended like no rookie before her. Exhaustion is real. Why fly to Paris to sit on a bench, or worse, step into a hostile environment, when rest could extend her career and elevate her performance? The jersey offer may have been the final confirmation that leadership prioritized viewership over her well-being. Perhaps the loudest statement in this entire saga is Caitlin's silence. No public rebuttals. No polite denials. No carefully crafted press release thanking the committee. Silence. That silence suggests genuine friction. Bridges not merely burned, but deliberately dismantled. It aligns with what fans have witnessed all season: the physical play, the lack of calls, the cold exchanges. This Olympic controversy is simply the culmination of a year-long clash between a new economic force and an outdated hierarchy. Team USA believed they could mask the divide with symbolism. Caitlin refused to wear the disguise. And now, every empty seat, every rating dip, every uncomfortable question will trace back to her absence. Team USA didn't just lose a player. They created a rival. And this rivalry isn't about a jersey. It's about who controls the future of women's basketball.